both of them joining us online, along with Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Dr. Prabina Rajiv, Professor S.S. Dubey, Dr. A. Sahai, and Dr. K.C. Arora to please join in the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. For an auspicious start to today's function, let us invoke the blessings of the goddess of learning with the rendering of the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you, sirs and madam. I now request you to please take your seats on the decks. Audience would resume their seats after the dignitaries have seated. Audience may resume their seats. Thank you. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Prem Singh, President, Group HR at JK Organization. Guest of Honor, Mr. Govind Kumar, President, upGrad Education. And keynote speaker, Mr. Prasad Ramapalli, Chief Technology Officer at Deloitte. Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Chief Education Advisor, CEA, Birla Academy of Arts, Culture, and member BOG. Dr. Prabina Rajiv, Director, BIMTECH. Professor S.S. Dubey, Dean Academics. Dr. A. Sahai, Dean Research, and Dr. K.C. Arora, Registrar. Faculty members, BIMTEChians, past and present, eminent guests, parents, ladies and gentlemen, we feel honored, enthused, and inspired by your gracious presence. Today, it's a very auspicious occasion of BIMTECH School's second annual Convocation 2024 for the batch July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022, December 2023 of PGDM online program. To all of you, Swagatam, Khushamadid, and welcome. Convocation is a cusp in time when flooding memories from the past and abounding hope for the future converge. So on this special day, a special welcome to the marvelous go-getter batch of July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022, December 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed fortunate to have with us as chief guest for Convocation 2024, a visionary, a thought leader in the field of human resources. His compelling presence and wisdom in HR has been an inspiration for all business leaders. Mr. Prem Singh, President Group HR at JK Organization, is a graduate in mechanical engineering, postgraduate in management from IIT Delhi. He's a force to reckon with in the field of HR for the past 30 years in India and abroad. Prior to this, he has worked with Wokhard as President Global HR, Piramal Enterprises, SR Group, Owens Corning India Limited, JCB India Limited, etc. He has a keen eye towards global issues in HR across diverse industry sectors, and being well-traveled and having worked with more than a dozen nationalities across American and European companies. He is the recipient of coveted awards like CHRO of the Year by Business World 2023, Seasoned HR Professional Award by National HRD Network, Chairman's Leadership Award for Turnaround of HR Function at Wokhard, and been on the coveted top 50 and top 100 talented global HR leaders across decades of his service. He's the National President in our NHRD Network for 2023-25. A round of applause for his presence today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed fortunate to also have as the guest of honor for Convocation 2024, who's joining us online, is a name driving the domain of disruptive education, whose commitment and zeal to make this society a better place through accessible and inclusive education for all is exemplary. Mr. Govind Kumar is currently in the role of President upGrad Education and a professional with a background spanning 15 years at ITC Limited, Flipkart.com, and Hopscotch.in. In his last role as the Vice President Business at Hopscotch.in, he drove strategies that transformed the brand into a D2C powerhouse in the kids' fashion domain. He's passionate about driving product excellence, category expansion, and user growth. In his previous role at Flipkart, he got a chance to manage supply as well as demand for some of the long tail and head heavy categories of Flipkart. During his tenure at Flipkart, he managed lifestyle categories, home business, and private label business of Flipkart. And prior to this, he was at ITC Limited and managed business of one of their brands across the 4 southern states. He was responsible for managing the retail footprint of the brand and P&L of exclusive brand outlets through various franchise models. Welcome, sir. Round of applause to welcome him, please. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to welcome the guest of honor of Convocation 2024, a futurist, a tech wizard with a Midas touch. He's also joining us online. With over 30 years of industry experience as a senior executive at Intel, a VP CIO 100 honorary, Dell EMC SVP and QLogic CEO, Mr. Prasad Ramapalli is currently a CTO at Deloitte, where he leads delivery of innovative and disruptive solutions for the automotive and connected autonomous vehicle CAV domain. Mr. Prasad leverages his expertise in 5G edge computing, high-performance computing, Internet of Things, cloud, artificial intelligence, and data and analytics to enable digital transformation for Fortune 500 clients across industry verticals. As a former CEO and senior leader in F100 companies, Mr. Prasad has led new category creation and scaling of billion-dollar growth initiatives through solution-enabled sales, channel, and cloud ecosystem partnerships. Mr. Prasad is also an expert advisory member on the California Emerging Technology Fund, where he leads CBR's 5G private network pilots from school to home broadband access in underdeserved parts of the CA population. Mr. Prasad is a 2-time CIO 100 honorary, EMC President's Award winner, and 3-time Intel Achievement Award recipient, highest order of merit. May I request all of you to welcome him with a round of applause. Thank you. We are very, very privileged to greet our honorable chief guest, the BIMTECH way. He's here in the campus with us today. I request our director, Dr. Prabina Rajiv, to please present floral greetings to our chief guest, Mr. Prem Singh. Louder. Thank you so much. On behalf of BIMTECH, welcome greetings are also extended to Mr. Prasad Ramapalli and Mr. Govind Kumar, who've joined us online. Welcome to all of you. May I now request? It's not that cold today, so louder. So may I now request our Director, Dr. Praveena Rajiv, to please deliver the welcome address.
Mr. Prem Singh, Mr. Govind Kumar, Mr. Prasad Ramapalli, Dr. Chaturvedi, Dr. Arora, Professor Sahai, Dr. Dubey, faculty members, other dignitaries, and graduating students. A very good morning, and I extend a hearty and warm welcome to all of you to the second convocation of PGDM online program. This day marks a special occasion on the history of BIMTECH. It's a day of celebration. It's a day to recognize the hard work, dedication, and achievement of our graduating students, faculty, and staff members of BIMTECH. As we gather here today, we acknowledge that our greatest success stories are sitting in front of us in the form of each and every one of the graduates. You make us proud, and we feel accomplished to have educated and prepared each of you to contribute to the professional world, which is changing rapidly. I'm more than 100% sure that our program has imbibed you with knowledge and skill set, value system, sense of right and wrong. I would like to highlight or stress upon that I hope you have imbibed enough sense of right and wrong so that you can join the professional world with great competency. In fact, today I would like to pose a question to each of you. What should you do in your life to continue to remain relevant? My question to all graduating students, again, I would like to repeat. What should you do to continue to remain relevant? In my view, one can stay relevant only if one develops one's ability to continuously learn, that to self-learn, as there will be no more classes, no more exams, no more assignments, no more deadlines. I can see when I'm telling that no more exams, no deadlines, no classes, a lot of smiling faces. But this is just the beginning. And to progress in our life, in our professional life, in our personal life, we have to continuously learn. And another way of keeping us relevant is to contribute to the world at large, to give back to society. You are going to join the workforce. You are going to be, many of you are already already doing job. So you will be joining the workforce with a lot of new knowledge, new vigor after the graduation ceremony. But I would also want each of you to reflect, how would you be able to contribute to the larger society? And please, I don't want this to be just mere words standing here. I want all of you to reflect, take a 30-second. Are you doing something to contribute to the larger society? Is each of you are working towards it? Volunteering to your time to support a cause that are passionate about is something you will never regret. So what I am highlighting here is that do volunteer for something for which you are passionate about, other than your personal life, immediate family members, and your professional, connection. Being part of the wider society enriches our lives, connect us to people and ideas, which positively impacts our perspective for the rest of our lives. Of course, we would expect that you will keep your alma mater in mind and extend all possible support in making BIMTECH one of the finest academic institutions in days to come. We have a long way to go. In this world of hyper competition and a lot of initiative done in different academic institutions, we have achieved a lot. We have achieved a lot, no doubt about it. But we also have a lot of roads to cover, a lot of initiatives to take. On this important day, as an end note, I'm taking the opportunity to quote Mr. Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Let me repeat once again. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Wishing each of you that you would be the harbinger of the change to make yourself, your family, all your acquaintances, and more importantly, BIMTECH proud. And with this, I extend a hearty welcome to all graduating students, and let it be a day of celebration, let it be a day of joy, and let it be a day to remember in all our lives. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I now request Professor S.S. Dubey, Dean Academics, BIMTECH, to start the convocation proceedings.
I now request Dr. S. Chaturvedi, our Chief Education Advisor and Member Board of Governors, to declare the annual convocation 2024 open for batches July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022, December 2023. Sir.
On behalf of the Chairperson, Board of Governors, BIMTECH, I declare the convocation 2024 June 23 and January 22 and December 23.
Congratulations to the batches. We at BIMTECH, louder. We are celebrating your milestone. And because of the efforts of all of you, BIMTECH, has constantly been endeavoring to scale new heights and reach new milestones. So to present a kaleidoscope of the events and achievements of the batch of July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022, December 2023, I would now request Professor S.S. Dubey, Dean Academics and Chairperson COOLS, to present the COOLS Annual Progress Report. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So I present here the annual progress report of Center for Online Studies, BIMTECH, which runs the PGDM online. I will just briefly describe some of the salient points. This report is a bit longer. So the first one is about the growth of PGDM online. We have about 1,000 plus learners so far across 6 batches. The 7th batch enrollment is going on. Our accreditation and partnership, we acquired accreditation of ASCSB, one of the coveted gold standard of international body for the management education. Our graduation excellence and it has reached a very fairly good number. 83% of learners in cohort 2 and 63% of learners in cohort 3 met academic standards, and they are graduating today. We have done a unique model in our program to introduce a dissertation writing with 235 learners working on research-oriented topics. This is a game changer for the online studies because they can choose an area where they can do the further research. Infrastructure and career assistance, we are working with our partners to help them provide career opportunities. Detailed report will be available to all of you. With these words, I'll stop. We have to give time for our keynote speaker and the chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please put your hands together as I now invite Mr. Prasad Ramapalli to deliver his keynote address.
And let me start by thanking my dear friend, Professor Sanjeev Dubey, for giving me the honor to deliver this address. So distinguished faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, graduates of the postgraduate diploma in management class of 2023. Today marks a significant milestone in your lives, a culmination of hard work, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to your personal and professional growth. Throughout your journey in this esteemed program, you have not only gained knowledge, but also developed skills that will serve as the bedrock of your careers in management. But beyond the textbooks, case studies, and projects, I believe you have also learned invaluable lessons about yourself. Looking at the distribution, 30% of you are women, balancing the responsibilities of a primary caretaker at home. Many of you have a full-time job and were re-entries into this curriculum late in your careers in some cases. So in all cases, I think you have demonstrated the discipline to learn and upskill your value in the market and the community you serve. So as you step into the world, remember that management is not just about business acumen or strategic thinking. It is about being agents of change, leaders who can inspire and influence, and individuals who can make a positive impact in society. To that end, I thought it would be useful to offer you some life lessons that I picked up in my 45-year career in the corporate ladder. There are many, but there are 5 that stand out. So lesson number 1, embracing failures as learning opportunities and the humility to ask for help. Throughout my career in the corporate sector, I've encountered, I can honestly say, more failures than successes, particularly as I embarked on initiatives that carried high risk, but also the potential for high reward. One such instance comes to mind. I remember distinctly in 1994, when I led the ambitious redesign of Intel's planning and order management system. My advocacy was for any in-house development was unwavering, with the goal of creating an unparalleled end-to-end system that integrated manufacturing planning with sales execution through business process reengineering, a milestone at that time that was not achieved in the semiconductor industry by any company. However, the deeper we got into the project, the clearer it became that aligning 2 large organizations, sales and manufacturing, to a common business process and the data standard from scratch was a monumental task. It would take us many, many years. The realization that we had to therefore pivot our approach was daunting, and the prospect of moving to a different role for me was a hard pill to swallow. There was a real fear that my failure would lead to my dismissal. And at this point, in the face of this fear, I reached out to my network of leaders, exercising humility to ask for help. To my surprise, the CIO at that time recognized my efforts and presented me with the opportunity to lead a transformative project. Some of you, like Sanjeeva, may remember this. Migrating Intel's IT infrastructure from the IBM mainframe to a standard client-server model. At that time, Microsoft was launching Windows 95 and Windows 90 with Windows NT. And my job became to standardize to this technology. And the program at Intel was called Win-Win. It spanned 3 years. It covered 26 Intel sites. And its successful completion earned me and my team the prestigious Intel Achievement Award, and propelled me into the senior leadership of the company as a vice president a few years later. This journey taught me 2 invaluable lessons. First, that failures are rich with learning opportunities when we have the courage to face them. And secondly, the humility in seeking help is a powerful step towards transformation. I strongly believe that it is in our most challenging moments that we must have the humility to reach out and the resilience to pivot, thereby turning potential defeat into pathways for growth and new beginning. Lesson number 2. I think the speaker said this before me, finding passion in your work. Believe me, students, it's harder than it sounds. An essential lesson that I wish to impart to you today is the significance of finding passion in your work. And let me just illustrate this with a personal experience. During my career, I found myself at one time at a crossroads. I think it was around 2007, 2008. I was being interviewed for the CIO role at Intel, a position I had deputized many times, and I was the clear incumbent. However, at the same time, I was presented with another opportunity by the leader of the enterprise business, who's now the current CEO of Intel. This role was outside my expertise and focused on silicon design, but it involved driving customer requirements into our chip design process. And that prospect excited me immensely. So without much deliberation, I chose the path less traveled. I left behind the safety of my established IT role, leadership role, to venture into this uncharted territory. This decision marked a significant growth opportunity for me, leading eventual roles as a senior VP at Dell, and then a CEO of a storage networking company. This choice was driven by my passion for the work, not by the comfort of the familiar. Right? I could have stayed at Intel IT and been happy as a CIO, but I chose to do something that I knew very little about, and I just jumped in with the belief that I can learn and adapt and be successful. So what I'm telling you is when you fall in love with what you do, as I did, your career transcends beyond just it means to earn a living. It becomes a source of fulfillment, inspiration, and joy. As you embark on your professional paths, my advice to you would be take the time to truly understand what truly motivates you, what excites you. When your work resonates with your inner values and interests, it ceases to be a task and becomes a part of who you are and your life's passion. Lesson number 3, and this was mentioned by the previous speaker as well. We certainly think alike. Continuous learning as a path to insights. And reflecting on my career in high tech, I can safely say that the only constant that I have observed is change. And the ability to adapt to eventually shape its course is key for success. This adaptability, however, demanded a significant discipline in continuous learning. Through reading, analysis, network feedback, and formulating insights-based viewpoints. I remember at the outset of each strategic shift in the company or technology or personal career decision, the path ahead often appeared opaque and the outcomes far from certain. So embracing this uncertainty and making it a part of your operational fabric was a challenge. I was fortunate to develop a strong work ethic, a trait that I imbibed from the culture of the company, Intel, that I worked with, and from my mentors at Intel. This ethic became integral to my approach in normalizing a process that was initially daunting. I started as an industrial engineer, as a new college graduate. Then I learned about semiconductor manufacturing and went on to lead manufacturing automation. Then I moved into IT, Intel IT, and learned all about developing and managing IT infrastructure, data, and applications. And then I moved into the business to lead a storage networking company as a public company CEO. Throughout this journey, I learned the importance of continuous learning as a means to gain insight. It was never just to accumulate knowledge. It was about using that knowledge to navigate and influence the ever-changing landscape of my industry, the high-tech industry. So my advice to you as future leaders is to discover your own operating fabric. Find mentors who will guide and coach you, helping you to establish a repeatable and resilient approach. Understand that there will be stumbles along the way, but it is through these experiences that your insights deepen and your capacity for adaptability strengthens. So as you progress in your careers, keep this lesson close. Continuous learning is not just about keeping up with the change. It's about leading it. It's about transforming uncertainty into clarity and challenges into opportunities for growth. So your commitment to learning and adapting will not only fuel your professional journey, but also ensure that you remain at the forefront of your field, capable of shaping its future. So lesson number 4, and this may surprise you or may not, diversity and inclusion. I strongly believe that diversity and inclusion are a foundation to leading high-performance teams. True leadership, in my opinion, is characterized by not just by vision, or you cast the strategies you implement, but fundamentally by the inclusivity and diversity of the team you cultivate. It is through such a rich tapestry of varied perspectives that innovation and high performance flourish. When diversity and inclusion are not mere buzzwords, but are embedded as foundational values in your team, then teams are truly empowered to achieve extraordinary success. Let me just give you my example. In my own leadership journey, I discovered that successful high-performance teams is achieved when these values are actively fostered with a genuine respect for individuals that transcends gender, race, or cultural backgrounds, where a collective celebration is for the team, not for the individual. This approach was crystallized for me during the establishment of Intel India Development Center in Bangalore. This was in the late 90s when I got charged to actually create that center by moving Intel IT, the help desk, and the engineering arm of the supply chain into Bangalore. I chose to actively hire talented female engineers and managers. We were not only supported gender diversity, but also nurtured a culture that respected the complexities of working across time zones while balancing significant family responsibilities. I was really surprised by the success that followed, as it is a direct reflection of the team's diversity, proving that when people with different experiences and different viewpoints come together, they can surmount even the most daunting challenges. We were the first unit to be in India and probably one of the most successful. And on the basis of that, the entire India Development Center grew up to what it is today in Bangalore. I urge you as future leaders to champion diversity and inclusion from the outset. Create teams where every voice is heard, every contribution is valued, and every individual can see the impact of their work. Lesson number 5, and this is the last one, and perhaps the most important one: integrity. Integrity in leadership and upholding your value system. At the heart of effective leadership lies this unshakable pillar of integrity. It is in the way we conduct ourselves with our customers, our suppliers, and teams that our true values are revealed. Integrity is the consistent alignment of actions and ethical principles, and it must permeate every interaction and decision we make. And let me just turn the spotlight onto one critical aspect of leadership integrity. And I take this very personally: standing with your team in the face of adversity. It's easy when things are going well to be exercising integrity, but when things are not going well, things are not going well for your organization. How do you stand up? As a leader, you should never abandon your team to fend for yourself. You should be looking out for them. Your role is to be their anchor, their protection in turbulent times. Your team members joined you because they believed in your vision. They trusted in your guidance. So even if a mission encounters setbacks, the fabric of the relationships that you have built and the trust that you have fostered hold far greater significance than looking out for yourself. These bonds can, and in my experience, often do last a lifetime. There will be moments when this commitment to your team will be tested, as it did for me. You may face circumstances when defending and supporting your team might come at a personal cost, where you may need to sacrifice your immediate growth or gains. It is in these moments that your leadership is truly defined. Making these hard choices and taking the personal hit if you must, and do whatever it takes to ensure that your team is not just supported, but uplifted by your actions, is the hallmark of integrity. Remember, the true measure of leadership is not how you sail through success, but how you navigate the storms and keep your crew together. So friends, in conclusion, as you step forward from this momentous day, carry with you not just the knowledge and the degree you earned, but also the essence of these 5 life lessons. And I think you'll find them useful. In summary, view each failure as a stepping stone to success and never hesitate to seek guidance when needed. Pursue your passion relentlessly, for it will lead you to unparalleled fulfillment and achievement. Embrace continuous learning as your compass for navigating the ever-changing landscape of industry and life. Champion diversity and inclusion, building teams that reflect the world's vibrant tapestry and drive innovation. And last, but perhaps the most important, uphold integrity in every aspect of your leadership. Stand firm with your team through challenges, fostering trust that endures beyond the bounds of your projects. May these principles guide you as you forge your path, shaping not just successful careers, but lives rich with purpose and impact. So graduates of the class of 23, the world awaits your contributions. Go forth with courage, with heart, and with the assurance that you are prepared for the wonderful complexities of the journey ahead. Congratulations, and may your future.
Thank you so much, sir, for the remarkable address. There cannot be a better lesson for the future corporate citizens. So please put your hands together as I now invite Mr. Govind Kumar, the guest of honor, who will now address the graduating students and the guests. Welcome.
My name is Govind, and I'm President Working Professionals at upGrad Education Private Limited. First of all, sincere apologies for not able to join this event in person due to a last-minute medical emergency at home. I can only imagine the level of energy and excitement in this room, and if there would be a word that encapsulates the energy over there, it's electric. Today we gather in the warmth of shared achievement and the promise of new beginnings. It is with great joy that we extend our congratulations to the exceptional individuals who stand before us, the graduating class of 2023 and 2024. Your journey through the postgraduate diploma in management program has not only been a testament to your dedication, but also a testament to the collaborative efforts of BIMTECH and upGrad in shaping the business leaders of tomorrow. BIMTECH and upGrad, through their collaborative efforts, have created a program that is synonymous with excellence. The postgraduate diploma in management has not just imparted knowledge, but has sculpted the minds of future business leaders with a global entrepreneurial mindset. You haven't just crunched numbers or analyzed case studies. You have simulated real-world scenarios, embraced challenges, and emerged as leaders in the making. As we stand on the brink of a new era, one marked by unprecedented technological advancements and global interconnectivity, your role as future business leaders takes on even greater significance. The skills that you have honed in strategic thinking, problem solving, and leadership will be the driving force behind innovation and progress. Friends, every challenge is an opportunity waiting to be seized. The business world is dynamic and ever changing, and it is your adaptability, creativity, and resilience that will set you apart. Embrace change with open arms for it is the fuel that propels the engine of progress. The journey you have undertaken with BIMTECH and upGrad has not only equipped you with academic knowledge, but has fostered a sense of camaraderie and collaboration. The relationships you have built and the lessons you have learned extend beyond the classroom, forming the foundation for a network that will be invaluable throughout your professional lives. As you step into the world armed with your postgraduate diploma in management, carry with you the values instilled by your education. Integrity, innovation, and a global perspective should be your guiding principles. You use your skills not just for personal success, but to contribute meaningfully to the betterment of the society. In conclusion, today is a celebration of your hard work, dedication, and the bright futures that lie ahead. Cherish the knowledge gained, the friendships forged, and the challenges overcome. BIMTECH and upGrad take immense pride in each one of you, and we have full confidence that you will go on to make significant contributions to the business world and beyond. Congratulations again to all the graduates. May your endeavors be met with success, and may you to continue to chart new horizons with courage and conviction. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Professor Dubey, Dr. Pravina, to give me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for the insightful address. I now request the Director, CEA and Member Board of Governors, BIMTECH, the Dean Academics, and the Registrar to kindly initiate the Diploma Award Ceremony.
Let the candidates be presented.
Sir, I present to you 95 candidates in person for the postgraduate diploma in management PGDM online 2 years program, whose names are set out in the list and will be read by out the registrar. These scholars have been examined and found worthy of the award of diploma. They may be awarded the diploma.
I will now read out the names, roll number wise, of diploma recipients of the postgraduate diploma in management PGDM online 2 years program. First of all, Abhinav Sinha, C2, cohort 2 names will be announced first. Aditya Agarwal, Akash Gaur, Anushka Sengupta, Arun Raj Vishwakarma, Bal Krishan Chauhan, Devaditya Chakrabarti, Dipanjan Ghosh, Khushbu Kumari, roll number DM21B058, and again Khushbu Kumari, roll number 059. Lakshmi S. Ravula, Lipsa Gola, Mohammad Shahid, Mukesh Rana, Mumal Pavan, Namita Raghunath, Namrataba Jala, Nirmal Pandey, Om Prakash Sharma, Prasanna Shah, Preeti Sharma, Rishu Bala Hegde, Sagar Sinha, Satyendra Tiwari, Satya Prakash, Saurabh Kumar, Saurabh Tyagi, Shalini Gami, Shamik Prabhu, Shefali Shireen, Shiji V.S., Shubham Rajput, Sidwant Barua, Shivani Talanki, Sonal Prakash, Shrestha Nath, Sudeep Chaudhary, Suman Chakrabarti, Sumedha Malpathak, Swar Navya Sarkar. Swati Singhal, Tarun Goyal, Vaibhav Gupta, Varun Behel, Vinayak Raj, Abhishek Singh, Akansha Agarwal, Akash Patel, Arun Arukula, Arya Kapoor, Ayush Anand, Ayush Soni. Bajrang Goyal, Charchit Dilliwal, Divya Ratnam, Ganesh Sable, Hina Sharma, Himanshu Chaudhary, Jay Singh, Jitendra Kumar, Kashif Chamali, Mahesh Shankar, Matangi, Mayank Soni, MVS Lakshman Raju, Praveen Sharma, Pooja Lohia, Ravi Teja, Samiksha Agarwal, Sandeep KS, Saurabh Khanke, Shantan Lahiri, Shikha Gupta, Shwetank Tiwari, Shrishti, Vivek Vasnani, Vipin Kumar Sharma, Rupali Guldar, Ronimesh Karmakar, Chetan JB, Sukanya, Prashant Singh, Vijay Singh, Neha, and Abhineet Ranjan. Now I request the diploma recipients whose names have been announced to please arise from their seat and keep standing till the exhortation by the Chief Education Advisor to the awardees is over.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the CA and the member of the Board of Governors of the Birla Institute of Management Technology, I admit you to postgraduate diploma in management PGDM online 2 years program and charge you to prove worthy of the diploma in your life and works.
The candidates of PGDM online program may please now resume their seats.
Sir, I request you to admit and award diplomas in absentia to the candidates of batch July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022, December 2023, who have completed their diploma program successfully but could not attend the convocation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the CA and member of the Board of Governors of the Birla Institute of Management Technology, I admit those students who are qualified but are absent from this function to the postgraduate diploma in management PGDM online in absentia and charge them to prove worthy of the diploma in their lives and works.
Sir, I present the records about the candidates who have been conferred their diplomas in this convocation for your signature as CEA and member Board of Governors on behalf of Chairperson Board of Governors BIMTECH. Thank you, sir, for your signatures. Now I would request our dignitaries to kindly award medals to the students who have achieved academic excellence or all-round excellence in PGDM online program during the academic session of July 21 to June 23 and Jan 22 to December 23. I request the chief guest, the guests of honor, and all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly come in front of their seats for the medal award ceremony. I am pleased to invite the medal awardees to come to the dais and receive their certificates and medals from our chief guest as their names are announced. Nutan Khare has been awarded late Sarla Birla Award, but is not present here. So I move on to next. Srujay Patel. Srujay Patel. Late BK Birla Award goes to him. I announce the next name, Mohammad Shahid, Meritorious Student Award. Please move to the dais. Vaibhav Gupta, Meritorious Student Award. Anshul Gatibande, Meritorious Student Award. Okay. Chetan Pal Jayapalde. Chetan Pal, please. He gets Meritorious Student Award. Vaibhav Gupta gets Networking Guru Award. Lipsa Gola, please proceed. He gets Rising Star Award. Now, I announce the awards for cohort 3, Jan 22 to December 23. Hina Sharma. He gets Late Sarla Birla Award. Sriyanchand. He gets Meritorious Student Award. Ankit Kumar. Ankit Kumar gets Meritorious Student Award. Akash Patel. Akash Patel gets Meritorious Student Award. Vivek Vasnani. Vivek Vasnani gets Meritorious Student Award. Mayank Soni. He gets Rising Star Award. Rising Star Award. Vijay Chandra. Vijay Chandra. Vijay Chandra gets Networking Guru Award. All scholars of the program who have been conferred their diplomas may now please rise in their seats to take a pledge of their ethical conduct to be administered by Dean Academics. May I request Professor S.S. Dubey, Dean Academics, to kindly administer the pledge.
All diploma recipients are requested to join me in taking the pledge of ethical conduct. I shall first read it and you will repeat after me. Please take out the script of the pledge given to you in your folder. At the time of registration. Let us now proceed. We solemnly pledge to conduct our business, occupation, social and personal dealings in such a way that it would create value responsibly and ethically so as to contribute to the common good of all stakeholders without causing any harm or damage to the environment and society at large. All diploma recipients may now resume their seats. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Congratulations to all of you. May I now invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Prem Singh, President Group HR at JK Organization, to deliver the convocation address.
गुड मॉर्निंग। ठंड है, ठंडा है, बट इतना भी ठंडा नहीं है कि गुड मॉर्निंग का जवाब इतना ठंडा हो। दैट्स बेटर। नमस्कार, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल to all those who have joined from north. Namaskar, kemon ache? Those who are joining from east. Kem cho? Kasakai. Those who are joining from west, and there are some people from Gujarat. Not forgetting the south. Vanakkam. I'm sure some of the people are online, and I hope some people would have joined in person. At the very outset, I would like to thank Dr. Chaturvedi for inviting me to this momentous occasion. It just reminds me of my young days when I also received a degree like one of you. By the way, I'm still young. That's why that's what I tend to believe. And so a very special occasion, and I acknowledge the presence of many dignitaries on this momentous occasion. Dr. Prabina, Director of BIMTECH, Mr. Prasad Rampalli, who has joined from US online, Mr. Govind Kumar, who also connected with us, deans, directors, faculty members, graduating students, family members of graduating students, the young children, and a lot of colleagues, friends of the graduating students. A very warm welcome to all of you. As my previous speakers mentioned, it's a special occasion, not only for the fact that you are graduating and it's a celebration. It's also important because it marks a considerable shift in your life. Why I say shift? Because now onwards, contrary to the popular belief, कि भाई अब तो पढ़ाई खत्म हो गई, लर्निंग खत्म हो गई, everything is done, and as Professor Pina mentioned, no more assignments, and therefore the chapter is closed. Actually, contrary to that perception, the chapter actually opens, a new chapter opens in your lives, a new chapter of exploration, experimentation, in making a difference to your ecosystem, to yourself, to the people around you, and to the society at large. And therefore, I call it as a considerable shift and a very important milestone in your lives ahead. You know, as my previous speakers also mentioned, I'm sure all of you are looking forward to a very successful life with a lot of hope and confidence, also some speculation. And I'm sure there must be a learning question in your minds as to what does it take to become successful? How do I navigate myself so that I also succeed in my life, in my career? And that question is very important in everyone's life. And therefore, I thought at this momentous occasion, I would share some of my learnings which have contributed towards my success, so-called my success, and towards my journey of life. And therefore, I will share some of those nuggets with all of you. Friends, my learning number one, your functional skills or your technical skills are important, but they are not sufficient. You know, there is a lot of research by Harvard, and recently there has been another research by a social media agency. It clearly brings out that your success depends about 15 to 20% on your functional skills, on your technical skills, and 80 to 85% on the soft skills, life skills. And reality of the life is many of these skills are not formally part of the curriculum in many of the educational institutions. And many of these lessons you pick up on the way. In fact, many of these lessons you pick up during your childhood, when you are growing up as a child, in your families, in your wider society, with your friends, and those are very important. Most importantly, these skills you pick up during your formative years of your career. My learning number one, contributing particularly to the life's learning that I have had, and now I'm going to focus more about the soft skills. My learning number one has been never be afraid of taking risks. You know, in your life, you will get a lot of opportunities. There would be assignments and opportunities which are easy to do. There would be opportunities and assignments which are difficult to do. My own personal learnings have been, my friends, things which are difficult to do and things which are different, they have a potential to make you make a distinctive contribution, and they have the potential to distinguish you from the rest of the crowd. And therefore, my own personal advice would be, if you get a chance to do something which is difficult to do and which is different, do not be shy of undertaking that. Do not be shy of raising your hands. Yes, I will do this. My own personal life has taught me that my maximum learning has happened in those assignments which were difficult to do and which had a different element in it. And therefore, you distinguish yourself from the rest of the crowd. You know, just to share an example, very early in my life, in my first job, when I joined as an industrial engineer, my first job revealed to me, and it was my own realization, that perhaps HR comes naturally to me. Any assignment which had a very heavy element of HR, I enjoyed that maximum. A lot of people also started noticing that, look, HR comes naturally to you. So rather than pursuing your career in engineering, why don't you branch out and do something in HR? Difficult decision, but I made the difficult decision. And therefore, I pursued my full-time MBA program in HR. And from that time onwards, touch wood, I have never regretted my decision. Difficult decision, but that was a path breaking. Now, let me talk some more stories. During my career in HR, there were a lot of assignments which were not having a very heavy element of HR. For example, something connected with customer satisfaction studies, traveling throughout the country, meeting with customers, coming out with a customer satisfaction report, and becoming a part of implementation team. I'm talking about 25 years ago. And that learning gave me tremendous insights about the business drivers. And that also led an opportunity from the business leaders, which took my career to a very different level. Fast forward, similarly, there have been lots of other opportunities which came my way purely because they were difficult to do and they were different. I took initiative to say, yes, I will do. I failed in some, but I succeeded in many. It takes a lot of hard work. But once you do that, you become part of that few people who are considered to be way more successful as compared to others in terms of your career, right? So when it comes to doing things which are difficult, don't shy away. Number two, lifelong learning. Learning does not stop here. In fact, it actually starts in a different avatar. Just to share another example, just about a year ago, I enrolled myself in 1 year long program, which is offered by Wharton. It was a long drawn program, very heavy assignments, doses, lot of case studies, lot of projects, capstone initiatives. But after a arduous hard work, it gave a feeling that it was worth it. When it comes to learning, do not shy away. Don't take a back seat. Be in the front. Lesson number 3. Unfortunately, a lot of times the way we are raised, the way organizations conduct their organizational appraisals, there is a lot of focus about fixing your weaknesses. My submission to you will be, do not be overly emphasizing only on your weaknesses. Don't try to fix your weaknesses alone. Focus quite a lot on your strengths. I'll give an example. In University of Nebraska, there was a classical study that was undertaken about 25-30 years ago. The study was there is something called as speed reading skill. They took a group of 600 students and they did a test of their speed reading. And they divided the students into 2 groups. The students which were very slow and the students which were fast. Slow readers had something called as something like 90 words as their speed. 90. The fast readers had a speed of something like 350. 90 and 350. For the next 6 months, these 600 students were taken through a very structured program enhancing the speed reading, exactly the same kind of training. Same teacher, same curriculum, absolutely the same pedagogy. 6 months later, both the groups were subjected to yet another test. The slow readers improved their speed from 90 to 150. 90 words to 150 words. The readers who are already high, who are already sitting at 350, they also improved their speed from 350. Any guess they would have gone up to what number? Make some guess. 1,000. One more guess. 400. Hold your breath. And this is not my perception. This is data. From 350, they went up to 2,800. 2,800. Now, I have a question that I want to pose all of you. Just imagine that if Virat Kohli and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam were two students of 5-year-old, and if you were the teacher, and if you are teaching them lessons of physics, which one you think will shine in physics, Virat Kohli or Dr. Kalam? Similarly, if you are to teach them the cricketing skills, same teacher, same curriculum, who you think will shine in cricket? Exactly the point. You see, let's recognize that each one of us is wired differently. Each one of us has got a very inherent, fundamental, intrinsic traits, something which comes naturally to you. It's very important that all of us realize that. It's extremely important that all of us recognize what's our inherent natural talent. Build on that. It's never a good idea that you spend 70-80% of your energy trying to fix your weakness. You will go only thus far. It's extremely important that you recognize your strength, build on your strength, spend about 70-80% of your focus, your energy on shining your strengths. I'm not saying that you ignore your weaknesses completely. For covering up your weaknesses, try and take help of others. That's where humility comes in. But do recognize your strengths and do build your strengths. That will take you far ahead in life. Lesson number 4, while you're trying to build your strengths, you are also trying to shine yourself. It's extremely important as a leader. I'm sure all of you will become leaders in your own roles, that you also enable your other team members also to shine. You know, there is a very, very beautiful reference to this from Ramayana epic. You know, when there was a big discussion going on, and discussion around who will go to find out about Mata Sita in Sri Lanka, and Jamvant and Hanuman and a lot of people were holding meeting in front of Ram and Lakshman, and somebody called Jamvant, and that is where the role of Jamvant becomes very important in your lives as well. How strongly, how effectively you play the role of Jamvant, so that the Hanuman becomes aware of his strength, and he realizes that he has something which is exceptional. And the story goes like this: Buddhi Vivek Bal Pavan Samana, Kachup Sad Rahe Balwana. Meaning, Jamvant is telling Lord Hanuman that you are full of vigor, intelligence, wisdom. Everything is in you. It is only you who can do this job. My friends, in your careers, as you shine, it's extremely important that you also realize the Hanumans in your teams, and you play the role of Jamvant to your team members. As somebody said in the previous speech, as leader, stand for your team. As leaders, enable your team members to also shine in their lives, in their careers. Humility and authenticity, these are extremely important, my friends. You know, why authenticity is important? Many a times you have a lot of ideas, but unfortunately, reality of the life in a lot of corporates, I have seen personally myself, many a times you withhold your original ideas. Many a times you hold back your innovative thoughts. And many a times you lose an opportunity to make a distinctive contribution. Do not do that. That does not do you any service. That does not help you. When it comes to making a different viewpoint, which is different to your bosses, don't be shy. Don't hesitate. Make a different viewpoint, even if it is contrary to a popular belief. Do not flow with the flow. As they say, कि जिधर की हवा है उधर की हवा में रहना अच्छा है. It's not that. Many a times you lose out your authenticity, you lose out your originality. I would like to recite by giving you a small couplet, and that depicts the reality of corporate life, but you don't become a prey to that. And it goes like this. यहाँ सब खामोश हैं, यहाँ कोई कुछ नहीं बोलता, सच बोलकर कोई किसी को नाराज नहीं करता. राजा बोले रात है, रानी बोली रात है. राजा बोले रात है, रानी बोली रात है. मंत्री बोले रात है, संतरी बोले रात है. और सुबह सुबह की बात है. So my friends, if you have an original idea, an innovative idea, do not hold back. Do not say haan mein haan just because it is convenient. By the way, many a times when you become a person holding a different viewpoint, that starts changing your identity, and people start looking up at you with lot of respect and lot of gratitude because of what you do through your originality, through your innovative thought process. Moving forward, it's extremely important, and my previous speakers also mentioned about value. There is a popular saying, values create value. It's true of individuals, it's true of organizations, it's true of society. Many a times we don't realize how important values are in our lives and how they start defining your characteristics, how they start defining your personality, and how they start defining your identity. I'll give a personal example. Many years ago, I was contemplating a job change, and in the meantime, my boss calls me and he says, Prem, do you have your passport? I said, yes. Do you have your visa for UK? I said, no. तू एक काम कर, UK का एक वीजा बना ले, मैं तुझे UK 2 महीने की ट्रेनिंग के लिए भेज रहा हूं. At that point in time, just imagine about 25 years ago, making a visit to, and by the way, he also mentioned that you are the only one who is being picked up for this special assignment come training. And once you go to UK, you will learn something new, and you will come back and you will start implementing those techniques way back in our plant in India. And that was long time back, about 25 years ago. The opportunity of going to UK was great. And in fact, everybody used to look for some opportunity of being picked up for such assignments. And it used to be a big craze. Normally, anyone would have said, yes, I will go to UK. But I said, sir, I don't think you should be looking at me for sending to UK. Kya ho gaya? Tu pagal hai? I said, sir, there is something else which is happening. Maybe in a few weeks' time, I'll be moving on. I'll be submitting my resignation because I'm in discussion with another organization for another opportunity. What happened? Why you are going? He tried very hard to try and convince me कि भाई रुक जाओ, हमारे पास तो वैसे भी bond system नहीं है. We don't have a system that we have to ask you to sign a bond. You go to UK after your UK visit, you can submit your resignation and you can go and join your new company. I said, sir, that is something which I will not do because this is something which is contrary to my value system. Cutting long story short, I was able to persuade and convince my boss that time, and he agreed with me. I moved on. I joined the new organization. 1 year later, I was on holiday and I thought, let me visit my previous company and meet my old friends. As soon as I entered the office, one of my friends met me and he said, "Hey, Prem, it was a big story. You have become a big hero in the plant." I said, "What happened?" And then he narrated this story. What I came to know was about 15 days ago, this organization had launched values worldwide. And at the launch of values worldwide, this organization held functions, events at all the locations. And at this location, one of the executive directors of UK had flown in to chair the proceedings, the event around the launch of values, and he delivered a speech. He was also around in the plant at the time when I used to work. And he said that, look, real litmus test of values is what you do when nobody else is watching and when there is a lot of reason for you to fall for temptation. And here was this example of the HR manager, Prem Singh, who used to work with us. And Arun tells me that he tried very hard to try and convince him that you somehow stay on, make a visit to UK, and afterwards also you can resign, because we didn't have a bond system. And he could have done this. We could not have stopped him from going to the next company because we don't have a system of bond. And therefore, this conduct by this HR manager is an example of how you stand for your values. My friends, there would be many occasions, there would be many instances where you would be faced with these kind of dilemmas. Choose to be on the side of values. Nobody may be watching at that point in time, but you would be remembered by what you did, how you conducted yourself in those circumstances. I didn't even know that this will be cited as an example by a British executive director who was such a senior person, and I was fairly junior at that point in time. But the power of values is enormous. Do not undermine that power. That's huge. That will take you to great heights. Finally, I would like to say a word about BIMTECH, the institution which has been the reason behind your success in last 2-3 years. You know, I have studied about this certification, about the programs, online programs that have been conducted by many organizations, by many institutions in the country. There is a certification called as AACSB. It's a very high quality certification. I'm so happy to share with you that many institutions have started the online program, PGDM program in the country. Some of them have succeeded, some of them have excelled, and one of them has achieved AACSB in the first attempt, and this is the first institution in the country, and that institution is BIMTECH. For this, I would like to congratulate Dr. Chaturvedi and his team, and all the people, all the faculty members, students, because all of you have been part of this journey. You have just started this journey. Academics team, administrative support team, students, all of you have been part of this journey. All of you have been the leaders. Maintain this leadership. And to celebrate your success, I would like to say, चले थे अकेले ही जानिब ए मंजिल, चले थे अकेले ही जानिब ए मंजिल, मगर लोग आते गए, कारवां बनता गया. With this, I wish all of you, the leaders, the continued success in your lives. Continue to make a difference in the lives of all the people around you. And I'm sure you will find the journey to be even more satisfying, even more fulfilling when you embrace the learnings that we have shared with all of you this afternoon. All the best. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring us and asserting authenticity and importance of values. May I now request Dr. Chaturvedi, CEA and Member Board of Governors, BIMTECH, to announce the conclusion of BIMTECH's annual Convocation 2024 for the PGDM online batch of July 2021, June 2023, and January 2022 to December 2023.
I declare the Convocation 2024 concluded for the batch of July 21 up to June 23 and from January 22 to December 23.
Congratulations to both the batches. May I now request Dr. Chaturvedi and Dr. Prabina Rajiv to please present a memento to our chief guest, Mr. Prem Singh, as a token of our respect and gratitude to him for making it for the event today. On behalf of BIMTECH, I extend gratitude also to our keynote speaker and guest of honor for sparing their valuable time and joining us from afar. Thank you to all of you for gracing this ceremony. May I now request our Dean Academics, Professor S.S. Dubey, to propose a vote of thanks.
So thank you, Saloni, for conducting this program so well. As we draw the curtains of this momentous convocation ceremony, I want to extend thanks to many people who have made this occasion successful. Let me start by thanking Dr. Prem Singh, our chief guest, Mr. Prasad Rampalli, who spoke to us as a keynote speaker from Silicon Valley, and Mr. Govind Kumar, who could not come. Sir, I realize that not only Prasad Rampalli and yourself started as an industrial engineer, but I also started as an industrial engineer. So, then the entire program was orchestrated, driven by two individuals. One is our director, Dr. Prabina, and our chief education advisor, Dr. Chaturvedi. He is our guiding lights. Both of them are our guiding lights. So thanks to them for guiding us. In addition to that, I must, before thank anybody else, I would like to thank the students, because this is your program and you have come along with your family members. We saw some child making a little noise. I know how it would be difficult for your families to support you, because we know that you are all working people, you have got other responsibilities. So thank to your family that they have let you do that. Okay? And don't worry about the child's noise. It is a pleasure to have them in our convocation. I would also like to thank the other senior members of our BIMTECH community, Dr. Sahai, who are his Dean of Research, Dr. K.C. Arora, and all faculty members who are sitting here, and the guest faculties and the guests who have come to witness this occasion. Now I would like to thank our partner upGrad. Their team has been camping here from yesterday. Not only the Govind came as a guest of honor speaker, he could not come, but other team members like Samida, Farheen, Ravi Pathak, Tejas, Arvind Fernandez, who traveled from Mumbai, contributed in managing the entire show. You can see them going around right from the reception desk onwards. I would also like to thank our campus administration team led by Mr. Anil Goyal, GM Campus, Mr. Rajiv Sharma, Mr. Anand Chauhan, Mr. Vajas Agrawal, our accounts GM, Mr. Neeraj Jha, and the entire IT team who have made sure that this program in a hybrid mode. Some of you know that this program is also being live telecast on YouTube, and those students who are not being able to attend, they are watching this program from a distance. Finally, the COOLS team. They are really cool, and led by Monica, Professor Jyoti Das, Dr. Poonam Vyas, Dr. Ruchi Garg, and support staff of COOLS, Rajkumar, Rajat, Reshmi, Shiv Kumar, Deepak, and Nidhi. All of them put together a lot of sleepless night, I must say, at least yesterday, because they had to put all the diploma in the folder, they had to arrange for all this. So with this, I would like to thank all the support staff here and all of my students once again. Thank you.
As we conclude the formal ceremony, I request all of you to please arise and join in the rendering of our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Request all of you to resume your seats. As we initiate the diploma distribution